Tonight, as Mexico prepares to face South Africa in the opening match of the FIFA World Cup 2026, all eyes are naturally drawn toward the hosts. The expectation of an entire nation rests heavily on their shoulders. The pressure to perform, to entertain, and most importantly, to win, could not be greater. But amid all the familiar names and experienced veterans, one teenager has captured the imagination of football fans around the world. His name is Gilberto Mora. At just 17 years of age, Gilberto Mora arrives at this World Cup as the youngest player in the entire tournament. Yet, despite his age, there is a growing belief among supporters, pundits, and former professionals that this young man could become one of the breakout stars of World Cup 2026. Think about that for a moment. While most teenagers are still trying to find their place in the world, Mora is preparing to step onto the grandest stage football has to offer. He will walk out in front of more than 80,000 fans in Mexico City, with billions watching across the globe. Pressure destroys some players. Pressure creates legends. And Mexico hopes Gilberto Mora belongs in the second category. His rise has been nothing short of extraordinary. Born in 2008, Mora burst onto the scene with Club Tijuana and immediately began rewriting records. He became one of the youngest debutants in Liga MX history and later established himself as the youngest goal scorer the league had ever seen. His maturity on the ball, his intelligence between the lines, and his fearlessness in attacking situations quickly separated him from other players his age. Those who have watched him closely describe him as a player who sees opportunities before others even recognize they exist. He plays with imagination. He plays with courage. Most importantly, he plays without fear. That is precisely why so many Mexican supporters believe tonight could be his moment. The opening game of a World Cup has a habit of producing unforgettable stories. In 1958, a 17-year-old Pelé announced himself to the world before eventually lifting the trophy. Could history offer another teenage sensation an opportunity to shine? Perhaps. Of course, expectations must remain realistic. Gilberto Mora is still only 17 years old. He has never experienced an atmosphere of this magnitude. He has never faced the unique pressure that accompanies a World Cup opener on home soil. However, football often rewards those brave enough to embrace the occasion rather than fear it. And Mora appears to possess exactly that mentality. There is a growing prediction circulating among Mexican fans that the teenager could mark his World Cup debut with a goal. It would be the perfect storyline. The youngest player in the tournament, playing at home, helping launch Mexico's campaign, writing his name into football history before even reaching adulthood. Some will dismiss it as romantic optimism. Others genuinely believe it could happen. After all, Mora's movement inside the final third is exceptional. He has the ability to arrive unnoticed into dangerous areas. His technical quality allows him to create space in crowded situations, and his composure in front of goal often resembles that of a far more experienced professional. South Africa cannot afford to underestimate him. While much of their tactical preparation may focus on Mexico's established attacking threats, players like Mora often prove decisive precisely because they bring unpredictability. Nobody truly knows how a teenager will react to the biggest moment of his life. Maybe he freezes. Maybe he struggles. Or maybe he produces the kind of performance that changes everything. As for the match itself, Mexico enter as deserved favorites. The atmosphere inside Mexico City Stadium will be electric. The crowd will drive them forward from the opening whistle. The experience of hosting major tournaments, combined with the confidence of playing in familiar surroundings, provides El Tri with advantages few teams enjoy. South Africa, however, should not be underestimated. They return to the World Cup with hunger and ambition. They know they are viewed as outsiders, and football has repeatedly reminded us that underdogs are capable of producing extraordinary moments. The longer they remain in the contest, the more dangerous they become. But ultimately, this feels like Mexico's night. This feels like the beginning of a story they have been waiting years to tell. The hosts know that first impressions matter. 3 points would ignite belief throughout the country. 3 points would ease the pressure heading into the remaining group matches. 3 points would allow millions of supporters to dream. And perhaps, just perhaps, Those dreams will be inspired by a 17-year-old wearing the green jersey of Mexico. My prediction? Mexico will win the opening match. It won't be comfortable. It won't be straightforward. South Africa will fight, frustrate, and force Mexico to earn every opportunity. But eventually, quality and emotion will prevail. Mexico 2. South Africa 1. And Gilberto Mora? I believe the youngest player at World Cup 2026 will have his moment. Whether it's a decisive goal, a match-changing assist, or a piece of brilliance that leaves the stadium breathless, I believe the world will leave this opening night talking about one name: Gilberto Mora. Because every World Cup introduces us to a new hero. And tonight, Mexico's teenage prodigy may be ready to announce himself to the world.